So, standard practice for California now. Use a property address and the name of the trust for simplicity. I think that's the way I would approach it. Not the full, just put in, a couple characters in the street name. It just makes it easy so you know which property goes with which trust. Do not list the trustee on the deed. When you deed the property into the trust, you're the grantor. When you fill out the grantee, do not include the trustee name. Just include the trust name. So the Super Protection Fund Trust dated July 19th, 2012, you don't have to list the trustee. Remember, with the deed, the grantee does not sign. It's only the grantor, so it does not matter. The grantee's name will not appear. Okay? This other part, do not assign your trust interest to the LLC until all recordings are complete. That is crucial. When you transfer title to property and you send it in to the recorder, the county recorder, that's not recorded. You've just submitted it. Now it can take anywhere from 10 days to 10 weeks to get that back. So don't assume just because you sent it off, you're now free to take your beneficial interest in your land trust and assign that directly over to the LLC. I mean, you could do that, but it might create problems for you down the road when you're asked for a subsequent disclosure from the assessor's office. And all this goes back into Prop 13, the state or the counties trying to figure out, has there been a change in beneficial ownership, something we'll be covering. Because right now, in the last 2 years, the counties in California, I call it, have gone rogue in the way they're dealing with deeds and recordings. That is, there is no uniformity now. You cannot count on anything. The processes change from our standpoint every quarter in some instances. What you think is working is no longer working. What I tell people, if you're going to deed property, the best thing to do is go to their website, the county in which you're going to record it, look on the website. They will tell you which forms are required. Not only are they going to tell you which forms are required, they're going to tell you how you must submit those forms as well. That is, some deeds have certain margin requirements in them, certain point font. You need to know all of that so when you submit it, it's accepted. You do not want to draw attention to yourself by not following their requirements. So you play their game, do what they want. But again, you should check on it whenever you're filing. Even if it's only been 2 months, just go there, good rule of practice, just to make sure nothing has changed. Not only do you have problems with that, the exemption codes have also been changing as well, we've noticed in the filing. That is the exemption for property tax purposes. They will change them on us. And so what used to work to get an exemption no longer works because they want you to put a different code in. And a lot of times it depends on whoever you're working with too at the county when you send it in, whoever gets it that day. So transferring property, especially in California, in my opinion, has become more difficult. I prefer street numbers down the name of the trust from the standpoint it makes it easier to know which property is in that trust. If you don't use the street number, if you use just the street name, okay, as long as it's not a Fifth Avenue or something like that, or you just spell it out. But that's my preference now. Yeah. And it's only become, because after you acquire more and more property, you're going to run into this problem. You're going to forget which property's in which entity. Yeah. We're coming to that.